What is going on? This is Sam from UNFIT, checking in with you guys. You guys are doing well, doing terrific, and we are back with another video. If you see me looking a little bit fuller, that's because contest prep is over. Actually, it's not really over because I'm guest posing at a bodybuilding show in 2 weeks, and I don't want to look fluffy. But we competed a few weeks ago, and we're transitioning from competing into more of a performance base. Currently, what I have on the schedule is going to be, we are training for the Chicago half, which is going to be in September, and we are training for the Chicago full marathon, which is the first week in October. So of course, I'll bring you guys along on the series. Don't worry, don't go away yet. For all my people, my gym bros, I just want to get jacked. That's got more content for you guys. So today's video, I'm going to be covering exactly what my nutrition is going to be looking like, how that's going to be changing, and what my training is currently looking like too. Because I think one of the biggest questions that I get is, bro, how do you maintain your muscle tissue while you run? How do you balance running and training? So today's video, I'm going to be covering that for you. So today's the official first day of training. I got my training program from my coach, Coach Casey. I'll put a link in the description or on the screen for you guys in case you guys want to follow her. We have about 8 to 11 miles. I mean 8 to 11 miles. And the reason why I say 8 to 11 miles because we just finished running about 30 miles last week. We were in Montana, pacing my good buddy Dan Rasta runner while he finishes the 100-miler. Transition into that, you just want to give the body a little bit of break, kind of ease into the block. So that's why we have a range of 8 to 11, meaning do at least 8, but if you have 11 in you, go for it. Let's talk gear real quick, not that kind of gear. The gear that we are going to be running with. So switching the shoes up a little bit today. So we are going with the Hoka Bondi X's. The reason I'm switching up, don't get me wrong, I still love the Nike Pegasus, but those fuckers are beat up right now from the 30 mile that I did last week. So I think I might need a new pair. If I can wash it, I'll wash it. And of course the Apex shorts and the tank, which I'm sure this is gonna get off. I mean, I'm gonna take this off at some point in time. And as far as feel, I tried this last week. We have the spring energy gels right here. This is the icy mango flavor. It's got 30 milligrams of caffeine in it, but to be honest with you, I think I still like the Martine gel just because the electrolyte profile. I have 3 of these, and normally we take, like 3 for every, like 40 minutes or so, about 3 miles or so. And since we're doing 8 to 11, all 3 should be good. And my trusty man behind me, because he's gonna be riding with me, is gonna have a water bottle just in case if I need it, with some electrolytes in it too, just in case we need it. And the only thing I've had, this morning is 40 milligrams of some high cluster dextrin carbohydrates, just to get the body ready. And yeah, without further ado, let's get this run started. 8 to 11 miles. Feeling good, man.
From the dead is a miracle, doc. They counted me out. Moment of truth, counting it down. Underdog story was down for the count. Back on my feet, back with a mic, back on the beat, back with a family that bang in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning to flee. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my death. Shaking his hand, flipping the script, changing the plans. The top and I'm taking the fans, making them jump, making them dance, making them jump, making them dance. We about to change the game, we out here taking names. Let our voices rise, let them reach the sky. We about to change the game, we out here taking names. Let our voices rise, let them reach the sky. Hickory dock, giving them all that we got. Kick on the door, try to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going harder, taking my chances.
So we just finished the run. It was a toasty one. Even though the weather said it's like 78 degrees, but always check the humidity. But this is my poor attempt of poor planning. But luckily for us, we still had a decent10%. So the total miles is 11 miles. I checked my mileage again as far as what I'm supposed to run today. And I'm supposed to run 10 to 12 miles today. So I stuck to the middle. I could have gone 12, but I'm gonna cap it right there because I want to check myself, so I want to wreck myself. So we ran a total of 11 miles. We finished in 1 hour and 42 minutes at a pace of 9:19 pace. I'm not necessarily happy with that time, but I'm okay with the time. Again, I'm just coming off of a 30 mile last week and coming into this mile. Legs kind of feel a little heavy. I have to kind of just check myself from time to time, just to make sure I'm within where I want to be, so I won't wreck myself. But overall, happy with the performance. The next run is going to be on Tuesday. Then following that is going to be on Thursday. Then we have another 13 or 14 mile next week.
So as far as the running training goes, training for running is I'm coached. I have a coach on myself. Again, I have a coach that's coaching me. If you don't know what you're doing, hire a coach. Just like fat loss, if you're struggling, hire a coach. They might just know what to do. They might just know what to do better than you do. So in this realm, this is not my expertise, so I hire a coach. So she's programming all my runs. But one thing we discussed is want to keep the frequency of my run the same. I'm used to running 3 times a week. There's no need to pile on and say, hey, let's run 5 times a week in order for us to prep for a race. Let's stick to our, 3 times a week and build from there. And the goal is to build about 10% each week. So Tuesday is typically my shakeout run. Again, legs might be heavy. And Thursday is typically my speed run, or vice versa, based on how I feel. So running 3 times a week, 1 speed work, 1 easy run, and 1 long run. That is my running schedule. Strength training wise, there's not going to be a lot of changes there. I was going to be training the same amount of volume, but I'm going to be scaling back down a little bit on legs just because I want my legs to be fresher as I get into my runs. I'll be doing the full in-depth detail. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment, like I did previously. That covered, all my training. By the way, if you are looking for a training app and you want to take the guessing game out of the training, link in the description will take you to the RP training app. And so you can program, you can customize it however you want it. You can use the template however you want it. You can have a place where you can store all your data. Definitely check that out. And then when it comes to nutrition is going to be big. Before, while I was prepping, I used to think, oh yeah, sure. I think, because I'm running for I'm running a marathon, puts me in a position where I can just eat like a pig or like an asshole, like go eat like 10, 12 kolaches in one sitting just because I can in the name of, recovery, bro. But in this situation, we're not going to be doing that. I'm going to be focusing on a lot of quality ingredients, quality nutrients, because again, I want this body to be a well-oiled machine. And not to say kolaches is not a good fuel. Kolaches are awesome. They are great. From time to time, I will enjoy it. But again, I want to be very diligent. So from Monday through Friday, I'm aiming for about 260, 280 grams of protein, 60 to 70 grams of fat. And my carbs is going to be ranging from like 200 to 250. Again, because I can manage and my performance can still be good in that end. But on the weekends, I'm aiming for about 400 grams of carbs on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, just to help with performance and recovery. That is what my macro is going to be. But strength training, like I said, again, strength training is not going to be, a lot of changes there. It's going to be the same, like I'm doing. Upper body volume is going to stay the same. Lower body, of course, like I said, is going to be different. That's what we're scaling down. And I think that's one of the biggest struggles I will have when it comes to, the question that I have is, hey, bro, like, how are you maintaining your muscle mass while running? It comes down to specificity. A lot of people trying to do too much on both ends. Your training volume is up here and your running volume is up here. And what that typically ends up doing is just running yourself straight into the ground. And we do not want to do that. So right now, the priority right now is going to be focusing on running, while strength training is going to be on the legs, especially is going to be scaling down a little bit. And while we exiting the running prep, because we are still going to be competing at the end of the year at WNBF World in Seattle, then we back off running and then we increase strength training. That's what we are going to be doing. It's almost like a Jenga puzzle. And again, if you don't know what you're doing, hire a coach. If you want to take the guessing game out of the equation, you can hop on the RP training app. Because breaking news right now, as soon as I finish, I was talking to Max. My goal for the half marathon is I want to run a 1:30 pace. For context, the last time I ran the half was my PR. Off of 2 weeks notice. I just decided to do it off a whim and I ended up PR. I believe I did a 8:20 pace. But again, I want to challenge myself. I want to push myself to be better. And again, like I said, coming off of 2 weeks notice on a half. And I think the goal, what I want to encourage you to do, again, if you don't get this from this channel, what I want to encourage you to do is push yourself out there. Don't just settle for like goals that you're gonna accomplish. So set yourself up for goals that are gonna be hard, because at the end of the day, even though you fall short and you fail, you're still 1 step or 2, 3 steps closer to being the best version of yourself. And I'm not trying to sabotage myself. I'm not saying that I don't want to accomplish. No, I'm gonna train like I want to accomplish this goal. I want to run an hour 30-minute half marathon in Chicago. If I fall short, I'm just gonna take whatever I learned, apply it, and keep moving forward. But I do want to apply that. I'm going to train like I want to achieve that. So I'm encouraging you, if you're out there, put yourself out there. Set goals that are big. Set goals that are massive. Set goals that people are like, bro, what are you doing? You're out of your mind. The more people react to your goals like that, the more positive sign that you are on the right path. So join me on this, on this awesome quest. Set massive goals. Comment below, let me know what are some of the big goals that you are even afraid to tell people. Put it on the comment, man. Put it in the universe. Let people hear that. Let people call you crazy, like you're out of your mind. We are out of our mind. We are the crazies. Because at the end of that goal, fail or accomplishment, we are gonna be better off for it. That's the video for you guys today. SAMOK from SAMOK Fit, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.